The Spaceship Inside a Mountain Called Life Force. Written by John Ruhlin III. Copyright 1994. The Spaceship Inside a Mountain Called Life Force Chapter 8. I said, shut down way before we have a overload and set up the force field just enough to get us by until we cool off. LF said, that is a good idea. We watched 10 ships exploded left and right. It seemed like it was not fair. Then there was one of the ships that we fired upon that did not explode. We fired and fired but it took every hit. The ship hit ours and blew up. I said to LF, what happened? LF said, the power is getting low and that is why that ship blew us up. I said, it is time to shut down and cool off. LF said, it is time. The force field came on and some of the ships found us and started to fire at the force field. It held but they keep firing and firing. I said to LF, can you fire back at them? LF said, we can but we are not cooled down yet. I said, when can we fire back at them? LF said, in about 20 minutes and the force field will hold because we have a lot of reserve power. I said, can you make the force field repulse the laser fire so it will fire back at them? LF said, yes it can and it will reserve power even more. I said, how can that be? LF said, some of the power will cool us down. I said, do it then. I heard a loud explosion outside the ship. I said to LF, you must have done it already. LF said, just as you said it I was working on it to put it in place and it is working fine. We sat there and watched all the ships firing upon the mountain and just as they fired it came right back to them and they blew up. I like that and the systems are almost cool enough to send out the ships again. Some of the ships was still out there firing at us but just as soon as most of the ships fired exploded the rest of them took off and started firing at other things. I asked LF if we are cool enough to send out more ships. LF said, almost time. I said, we had better hurry up because the Earth force is losing. LF said, just 5 minutes. I said, in 5 minutes they could destroy the Earth. LF said, it could happen. I said, well. LF said 4 minutes. All we could do is sat and watch as all the ships fired upon the Earth. It seemed like they fired upon everything that moved and some things that did not move. Finally LF said, we are ready to send out more ships. I said, send them out. We watched as we fired upon them and they blew up. Soon as we watched every ship that come in range blew up. All of a sudden the ships took off and went into orbit and I said to LF, follow them and keep firing. LF did just that and they still blew up every time we fired. All of them took off and left the solar system. I said to LF, I wonder if they will be back? LF said, we will see them again but not too soon. They left with only 14,350 ships and if they come back they will have to build better ships and that will take a while. I asked Honey let's go into the living room and watch the news. Honey said, sure. We left the control room and when we got to the living room she led me to the bed and she started to undress me slowly and boy did I like that. As she was undressing me she whispered into my ear. When I woke up the next morning LF said, they are back. The first thing I thought of was the ship. I said, LF is the force field working? LF said, it is working fine and we are ready for a fight this time. I said, what is that? LF said, there is a program that is now in place and it is working fine. I said, what program? LF said, the program that will keep us cool and we will not overheat again. I said, why didn't I think of that? LF said, you did not know about such a program. I said, where are the ships now? LF said, just coming in range now. I said, send out a ship and try to contact them. LF said, it will be done. I got up and went to the bathroom and when I got out Honey said, come here and I will show you something that might interest you. I said to myself, what could that be? I walked to the bed and started to get in and Honey grabbed me and gave me a big hug and very long kiss. she whispered into my ear. Did you like that last night? I said, that was the best that I have ever had. We got up and got dressed, and just as I was going to leave to go to the control room, LF said, you better get here in a hurry. I ran to the control room, and just as I got there, LF said, they will not even answer our hail. I said, in that case start firing upon them. We fired and nothing happened. I said, keep firing upon them to see how much firepower they can take. LF said, we fired upon them 10 times and they still fire back. I said, then, can you increase the firepower? LF said, yes, but it will take no time before we overheat again. I said, you said that there is a program in place that will keep us cool. LF said, only at the firepower that we was using. I said, set up the program that everything will stay cool at the firepower that we are using now. LF said, it will be done. Soon LF came back and said, it is in place. Fire now. We fired and the ship just blew up. We fired upon another ship and it blew up. I guess they did not expect that we had that much firepower. LF said, take that, you aliens. Another ship blew up and LF said, can you fly now? As the ship was all in flames and nothing left of the ship. Another ship blew up and LF said, tread air if you can. Another ship blew up and LF said, space dust. I said to LF, now cut that out. What do you think this is, life force laughter, or just a sick jokester? LF said, when another ship blew up, take that and don't come back. I had to leave the control room because the stuff on the floor was getting too deep. I went into the living room to watch the news, and when I got there, Honey was sitting there watching the TV. Honey said, they are showing almost everything on TV and they say they don't know where the ship came from, but it must be a godsend. The Earth forces are completely destroyed. They are digging out people that was in buildings that got blasted, and some of them are still alive. The aliens are still firing upon the Earth and we cannot stop them because there is too many of them, she said. I said, LF is trying to take care of the problem, but it seems to be no end of them. She said, it seems a never-ending battle. I sat down and watched things that was going on, and the ships just keep coming. After a long time passed, LF said over the intercom, come here and watch this. I got up and walked to the door and LF said, hurry. The door opened and I ran to the control room. Just as the door opened, LF said, I have figured out a way to fire upon them 5 times faster. I said, how did you do that? LF said, I speed up the ship so it will fire faster. I said, but will the program hold up to keep us cool? LF said, the program was speed up too. LF said, in no time we will have things under control. I heard outside a lot of bangs and crashes. LF said, I think they have had enough because they are leaving the system as fast as they can go. LF said, they have all left. I said, can we help the Earth rebuild? LF said, we can, but do you really want to do that? I said, I want to help as much as we can. LF said, we can rebuild some of the buildings that are not too bad, but the ones that are destroyed we cannot repair because there is nothing left. LF said, do you want me to start repairing the buildings that can be repaired? I said, yes, and use the ship to do all the repairs. LF said, why do you want me to do it that way? I said, that way everyone will see something doing the repair work and they will not ask so many questions. LF said, that is a very good idea. I left the control room and went back into the living room and sat down and watched the news for a while to see if the buildings are getting repaired and what they are saying about what is going on. Finally the news come on and they said, a lot of buildings are damaged and somehow they are getting fixed by a spaceship. There is many buildings that are completely destroyed and will have to be rebuilt. It seems like the buildings that are completely destroyed are not being fixed, the ship is just going by. There was a pause and then they said, someone told me that the same ship saved the Earth is now fixing the buildings. Then they showed what is going on in the rest of the world and the things they blew up. Wow. Some of the things they blew up did not make any sense at all. Honey said, "Let's go to bed, I am getting tired." The next morning when I woke up I was in a strange place and it was cold. I looked up and see a tent. I got dressed because it was cold, and when I went outside the campfire was going. Joe was there and I said to him, "What day is this?" Joe said, "We just got here last night and you sleep almost all day." I said, "I guess I was tired." I said, "Where is everyone else?" They all left to go swimming in the lake. I said, "I had this weird dream and it seemed to never end." Joe said, "What was the dream anyway?" I dreamed that I was on a spaceship inside a mountain called Life Force. Done by John R. Rulin III. August 10, 1994. The song. The spaceship inside the mountain called Life Force. Song. V1. I was the man. V8. Life Force lives on. That found a ship. Life Force lives forever. And I became the guardian of Life Force lives on. The spaceship called Life Force lives forever. Chorus equals C equals chorus. I saved the world from invasion. V equals verse. I found the ship that protects the world. I found the spaceship called Life Force. Life Force is forever and forever. V2. Her name is Honey Bun. She was a honey. She is very pretty. And oh, what a wiggle. C. V3. The personas are something. You can go anywhere and do anything. Just ask at the door. The door will open. You will be anywhere you want to be. C. V4. The ship is inside a mountain. Beside a sea. Beside a town. Beside a city. C. V5. Oh honey bun. You are my honey bun. I wish I could live forever. Just you and me. Until the end of time. C. V6. More and more invaders. The more we see. The more we take care of. The more we have to. C. V7. One of these days. We will fight. No more. We will be friends. C. To order more books, write to author John R. Rulin III. Email me at johnruland@yahoo.com with the subject, Life Force Book. More information, go to address.txt. No one can copy, photocopy, or has anything to do with reproduction of this book without the permission in writing from the author. Author John R. Rulin III. Copyright 1994.